Welcome to another episode. This is season 2, episode 3 on Tailgate TV, and we have a amazing guest, as all of them. But we are
Amazing.
honored to have royalty with us here today.
Royalty.
Mallory Taylor, the queen of the Bates County Fair.
Mallory is not only is she royalty, she is the cheer captain, or that was this past year, fair queen, beef cattle showman, vice president of the Butler chapter FFA. She's an FFA state degree recipient, Interact president, student council, NHS, Bates County Junior Livestock Committee member, 4-H, wrestling manager, and FCCLA. And we've probably still missed a few things, as Miss Mallory is a busy lady.
Goodness sakes. Where do you find the time?
I like to keep myself busy.
Evidently. And obviously, a leader, vice president, captains of things, and all these wonderful things. What is your schedule like?
Busy.
I guess. I mean, so what kind of, when do you start your day?
In the summer, it'd probably be around 7 or 8.
Okay. And you finally lay your head down at night at?
I'm a night owl, so
Okay.
midnight, 1 o'clock.
Okay, see, that's your me and you.
I'm a big night owl.
Me too.
Me too, but there's no way I'm getting
struggle.
up to start my day that early.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for me, being a night owl, I'm sleeping in a little bit longer than that. But animals and a job and all the stuff you do, yeah, I would think that it's neat that you don't. I mean, you think about that. That's not requiring a whole lot of sleep. That's pretty good. Yeah. I wish I could do that. I can't.
I mean, on the weekends, I like to sleep in a little bit.
Of course.
So what does sleep in to you? Everybody's sleep in is different.
Like, if my dad's feeding for me, 10, 11.
Okay, that's
But,
not bad.
if, I can't have him feed, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
But then I go back to bed.
I got you, right?
Yeah.
Get out there, take care of the animals,
Yeah.
go back to bed. I got it.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing. So, we mentioned being the fair queen. What are those duties? And I know, right, just because you've been around the fair your whole life, you kind of understood what that was going to be. Has there been any surprises? Anything that you're like,
Not really, because I don't really do a lot of stuff until the actual week of the fair from the following year. But I also ran for princess, so there weren't really many surprises to what I was gonna have to do.
Okay. Wow. That would be a chore, I would think. Just
It adds a little bit more to the fair week.
yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, you're already showing animals, right? Cattle, and then because there's a lot of I don't want to say responsibility, but there's a lot of things to
a lot of eyes on you.
represent. Yeah, that's awesome though. Good for you.
Absolutely. So what's this year? What are you showing? You showed some different things in the past. What are you showing this year?
I'm showing Red Angus beef heifers.
Okay, you like the Red Angus? Yeah. Okay. So, how many different animals have you shown, like, in your time? Because we talked a little bit about obviously cattle, hogs, sheep, goats,
and pigs.
and chickens, right?
I
You
showed
said
a chicken
chickens.
one time.
Okay,
Yeah.
is there anything left?
No.
I was going to say.
No, there is. There's rabbits.
Oh, I forgot about
there's
that.
rabbits
That's
and
right.
horses. I haven't never shown horses.
So when are you going to
Okay.
show rabbits and horses?
I was going to say.
I probably won't. I'm not a big bunny fan. I just don't like bunnies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They kind of scare me a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My daughter is scared of butterflies, if that makes any sense.
Terrified,
So,
deathly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we took her to a butterfly palace. And
It was not a palace. It was
she
a
was
haunted house.
She was not very old. And she said, I thought they would be in cages. Because she's walking in there everywhere in an atrium.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she was not happy. We that was a expensive 5-minute trip.
I wonder if they have a bunny palace. They have a rabbit palace.
They should.
I have a bigger fear of birds than I do rabbits.
Okay.
Is there a specific bird or just birds?
Just birds in general.
So do chickens fall into that?
Kind of, not really.
Okay.
I don't mind chickens because
It's the
I
flying
have
thing.
chickens. I do have chickens.
Okay.
But it's like the flying thing,
Yeah.
and And they pooped. One time I was on the way home from like Archie, and I had 5 different birds poop on my windshield on the way home. That really irritated me. I had just cleaned my car.
Nice. So not only are you scared of birds, you just don't like them.
Yeah, they irritate me.
Yeah. Interesting.
And you almost feel like they're bombing you, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were targeting you.
Yeah, I had that
definitely
happen
were.
to me at Disneyland one time. Just a big on my sleeve.
I had that happen on one of my nice shirts, man, and it didn't come out. It wouldn't come clean.
I was gonna say it's not nice no more.
No. It's the one I wore yesterday.
Right.
So you talked a little bit about, getting up, feeding. What does your typical day with the animals look like?
Usually in the morning, I just feed, and then it's walking and rinsing them off usually, and feeding again.
Okay. Lots of cleaning goes on with those animals. It is amazing to me because you see them right at the show in the arena or whatever, and you're like, man, they are beautiful animals. They're combed and clipped and painted and whatever else you have to do to them. I don't even know. I'm sorry.
Glued hairspray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I don't.
Bigger legs, bigger tails, tail heads.
It's amazing to me all the prep work that goes in, and especially when you're talking about cattle, because there's a whole lot of animal there to prep, right?
And you give me crap about using hairspray and making my beard look all pretty. And now we're sitting here complimenting this young lady on what she does with it.
Well, first of all, the cows look good, so that's all I'm saying. So, do you do steers? Do you do heifers?
Heifers.
Okay.
Because then I keep them and I breed them.
I was going to say that's a great way to do that, right, boy? And it's amazing how quickly a herd can grow when you're keeping those heifers and getting rid of the steers or whatever you're doing, whether you're eating them or whether you're taking them to the sale or whatever you're doing with them. But boy, I've been around several people that have had they just buy a cow and then before long they've got 20, and because again 1 equals 2 and then 2 equals 4, right? So it multiplies pretty quick. That's a great thing to do.
I actually just had a bull calf from one of my heifers that I showed last year, and then I have another one due on July 4th.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty fun.
So we talked about your least favorite animal, I guess, would be birds. Do you have cows? Would that be your
bird?
Yeah, any bird?
Any
Birds.
bird.
Would cows be your favorite animal, I guess, to show and work with, or is there one that you would
show and work with? Yes, but I have a different favorite animal.
What's your favorite animal?
Dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
don't eat as
already
good,
Because I don't like cats. I'm a dog person.
See, you and me can be friends because I'm not a cat person either. Can't stand cats.
Yet you have a beautiful cat.
No.
Shout out Thor.
No.
I would get a Russian Sphinx though.
Oh,
Are those the hairless ones?
Yeah, the hairless ones.
I had a friend that had one of those, and it at first I'm like, that looks gross, but I'm like, that's actually pretty.
I'd name it Wrinkles probably.
Okay, speaking of, what is your favorite name that you've had for an animal, whether it be a cow, a dog, an animal you've showed or had as a pet? What's just your favorite name you've had for an animal?
I did have a Black Angus heifer, and her name was Black Barbie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she was one of my favorites, but I don't know. Me and Dad have came up with some pretty funny names.
Right.
Yeah. This year I have Lainey and Lizzie, and then last year I had Dolly and Ruby Sue. And Ruby Sue was like the redheaded girl off Christmas Vacation with the cross eye.
Right,
'Cause she was a red Angus. So.
Right. Very good.
I love animal names. They're just so, yeah.
I never showed an animal because, again, I wasn't an FFA or anything like that. But probably I would have liked to have been. But I had a hog one time that I raised up. 8th grade, I think I was in 8th grade, and I had to bottle feed that thing. And then raised it up, and then we butchered it and so forth. But that was an experience, to say the least. Hogs are smart. It's amazing how intelligent those animals are.
They're like a version of a dog.
Right.
I would compare them to.
So I know this because I know your family, but what breed of dogs do you like?
We are a blue heeler
Yes,
family.
you are. I was just going to say.
Those are some of the best ones.
Yeah.
My favorite dog I ever had was a red heeler and corgi mix, and that
Cowboy
thing,
corgi.
Yeah, that thing was just great dog. Great dog. And then your blue heeler, Deuce. Great dog.
Had a couple of them. We had Bobby, which was she was a really good dog, but just had kind of a mind of her own. And then now Deuce, we rescued him from a shelter down in Carthage, and not sure, he's not full-blooded or full-bred blue heeler, but he has enough of it to keep him smart. You know what I mean? And I love, and out on the highway, we live on the highway, so he's been really the only dog that won't get in the road, because you get in the road, bad things happen, and he just won't. He just stays. He'll bark at things across the road, because we have cattle across the road. He'll bark at them, but he won't ever go over there, which is good.
No, yeah, he's a great dog.
Yeah.
What, and I guess maybe some of us, we've talked about just being around the fair, but what kind of prompted you to run for Fair Queen?
My parents have been on the fair board for a while, and
Forever.
I just grew up, and I was like, I want to do it.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
yeah.
That I love that. And again, to me, and this just doing FFA, doing the 4-H, being involved with the fair, and being involved with animals in general, such a great thing to do for kids and with kids, because obviously you learn so much.
Discipline,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, getting up at
time management.
yeah, and caring for something, right, more than you care for yourself, because again, it'd be nice just to roll over, right, and sleep some more, but you care for other animals, and you go, okay, I got to get out there and take care of them. Now I may go back to bed, like you said.
I mean, if it's a Saturday, why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? Right,
I
absolutely.
think that every day,
Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah,
not just Saturday.
he's a napper. All right, we're going to take a short commercial break and be right back on Tailgate TV.
This episode of Tailgate TV is brought to you in part by your Butler Sonic, your local drink stop. We always say the podcast is better with a drink in your hand, so run a Sonic and grab you one. And if you haven't tried their brand new fries, I tell you what, they're pretty great. Go get you some.
Welcome back. We want to thank the sponsor of that commercial. And again, Mallory Taylor here with us here on Tailgate TV, talking fair, as we have, again, the princess, or the
Queen.
well,
Ex
I was going to say princess and queen.
She's done everything there is to do in fair.
Hey,
Except showed horses.
I didn't win Little Miss Bates County. Fun fact.
It was rigged.
Yeah.
Rigged. They put a ringer in there. I guarantee.
No,
it.
it was actually Skyland Roberts who did it, so I love her, and she's so it's okay.
Who's got a beautiful voice.
Yes,
great
she does.
singer.
She's a very,
Yeah.
very great singer.
Wish I had one. I do not. So, in talking about the fair, and again, we talked about how much time you spend out there and around the fair and all that kind of stuff. Is there a place when you get there that you're like, I gotta go here because it reminds me of or when you think about doing whatever you're going to do in your future, coming back, and you're like, man, I gotta go into this place, or I need to go to this stall, maybe where you've had your animal before and really enjoyed that kind of thing, anything like that? Because again, you've been everywhere at the fair, probably 100 times.
Probably the fair office where my mom spends most of her time, because I'll pop in there probably 18 times a day.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, both your mom and your dad spend a lot of time. They are valuable assets to the fair out there. They do a great job.
And we've talked about just kind of your regular day, but I guess leading up to the fair, you're talking a couple weeks before the fair's here. What's the prep work then? I mean, I guess, does it ramp up a little more? Does it get a little more intense? What's that routine look like? Running
any errands that my parents have me to do while they're at work, and I'll go and get like the banners and just little teeny tiny little things, and I help out with that, and then anything with the junior livestock committee.
Okay.
So
it's kind of amazing how much work goes in that people don't really understand, how much work goes into the fair and getting kind of it organized and all that stuff. And again, the people that work at the fair, obviously we've talked about your mom and dad, but there are so many that put in time and out of their own pocket, so to speak, where they could be doing other things, I'm sure.
Like napping.
Taking naps,
Hey, I still fit my nap in.
Oh, do you? But that's important.
I have those zero gravity chairs. And,
Oh, I was going to say. Well, I saw a picture
What did
of
see
you in a
picture?
gravity chair, sacked out. I mean,
Oh,
she
yeah.
was out. And I was like, okay.
I'm a good napper, I will say.
So what is the
Sorry.
what is the target nap time? I mean, as far as how long of a nap do you take? What's your this is a good nap?
I think the longest one that I've taken at like a fair or like state fair was probably 3 hours.
Okay.
That's a solid nap.
So that's the there's a little bit of a disagreement on how long a nap should be. I'm of the mind that it needs to be at least an hour. About an hour is a good nap, but
Like a good power nap, though, you got to get like at least 13, 15, or not 13, 30 or like 15 minutes in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need just like a little recharge.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a napper.
I think I saw a report that the science of it said like 19 minutes is like that, and I'm like, no, it's got to be longer. I can't do a 19-minute nap, but that's just me.
I'm not a napper.
No.
I no, can't do it.
I've taken some good naps at school.
Well, yeah, I'm sure my children would concur with that because they, especially my daughter, she was one of those kids that didn't nap a lot, but boy, because she was busy, and she did mainly sports
That's when
stuff.
you have to nap. When you're so busy, you got to fit naps in.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, again, just like you were talking about how it's just constantly moving and constantly doing stuff. At some point, you have to, like you said, recharge your batteries, which is a
And
good thing.
those school naps, those are the best. Remember, hide your headphones, throw your hood on, lay on, take your nap.
See, I didn't even really hide it because we were I was in the library a lot for
Okay.
my Crowder college classes.
Yeah.
So like I would have stuff done, or it was like, oh, I know I'll get that done. Like, so I was like, I just really need a nap today, and I'll just lay my backpack down and take a snooze.
I
Dylan Davidson, we were
Big
both
napper?
sleepers. Yeah. Me and him, we had 2 of our college classes together, and we were snoozers.
I think that's one of the great things that they've started, and I don't know how many years ago it was. My kids both had that dual credit deal, so big. Because when both my son and my daughter, when they went to school or when they went to college, they were basically done with all of the
Gen Eds.
Yeah, and those are
That
the things
takes
that
up a lot
drive
of
you
your time.
crazy
Yeah.
when you go to college. Is that gen ed stuff? You're because again, you go to college thinking, okay, I'm going to focus on this, and then for the first 2 years you don't. You just go through stuff, and it kind of makes you crazy. But
So back to the fair. What's your favorite part of Fair Week?
Probably the bash, because you get
Okay.
to see so many people that you don't probably see on your regular trip to Walmart, and brings a lot of people to the fair.
that is a great time. It is a great time. Yeah. It is. If you've not attended that, you need to go to that.
Absolutely.
That is great fun.
And my 2 favorite things to get is a Reuben.
Okay.
Rotary did Reubens last year.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it was Rotary.
Pretty sure it
and
was
then-
too.
The curly Suzy Q's.
Oh yeah.
Suzy Q's are a must.
Mm-hmm.
And interesting, Suzy Q's in the Midwest and Missouri. I mean, that's kind of where I never heard of Suzy Q's.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a
And,
Midwestern thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
moved up here and it's like, oh my goodness, these things are great now. I can't get enough of them.
Okay.
Good
That's why I moved
greasy
back.
swopes, Suzy Q's.
They're solid, right?
my favorite. I put
Yeah,
them on my
burgers.
burger. I put them
Yeah.
on my burger.
Oh, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Okay. Now, my wife and I were having a question or a little conversation the other day.
Really?
Miracle Whip or like what
Mayonnaise?
Dukes or what's the
Miracle Whip or mayonnaise?
Yeah,
I don't like mayonnaise or Miracle Whip.
you don't.
I put ranch on my sandwiches, like on my lunch sandwiches.
Okay.
That's not bad. That's not a bad choice.
Like buffalo chicken from the deli with some ranch.
Right. Solid.
Good.
You liking it?
Can I guess what you chose?
Again, sure, but I
Miracle Whip.
absolutely because that's what I grew
it's
up with.
Nasty, so of
That's
course
what
you
I
would
grew
like
up with. I mean, we didn't buy mayonnaise. It was always Miracle
it.
Whip.
Miracle Whip's
every
too sweet.
time.
It's just like mayonnaise with sugar.
See, my dad likes to say that I don't like it because my mom does, because she refused to even touch it. She wouldn't buy it at the store.
Okay.
Or like my dad would put it in front of the things in the fridge that she would have to get, and she would like purposely like refuse to pick it up.
Right.
So he says that I
Really?
don't like it because of that. But
Okay.
I just like ranch. I'm a ranch person.
I got
Now, there is some credit to that because, like, when I was a kid, I used to think I didn't like mayonnaise just because I was like, I don't like it. Doesn't look, no.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, I accidentally put it on a burger one time because I think I thought it was ranch or something. And
How do you think that's ranch?
I don't remember. It was dark. They're both the same color, kind of. But anyways, it's like, this is actually really good. So then I started liking mayonnaise. It just, like, was an accidental. I tried it, and I'm like, oh.
Mayonnaise is pretty solid.
Better than Miracle Whip.
No, I don't know about that.
See, I make this cowboy caviar.
I love that stuff.
creamy cowboy caviar.
Okay.
Most people make it with mayonnaise, but I use sour cream and cream cheese because I don't like
Okay.
mayonnaise.
Okay.
Sounds
My
very
daughter
interesting.
makes that, but she puts, I think, Italian dressing in it, which is pretty solid. I like that.
There's
stuff,
like two
though.
variations of it,
Right.
but I do like the creamy cowboy caviar.
I like that stuff. Yeah.
It's good.
It's.
I made it for our class parties for
Oh, good
English
for you.
a lot.
Yeah, that's smart. It's you cannot go wrong with that. There's nothing in it that's bad. I mean, you can, and again, you can.
You can make it spicy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You can throw some jalapeno in there, make it a little. I like it spicy. That's pretty solid
One
stuff.
time we actually made it with some like spicy, like the hot
Right,
rotel.
right. Oh yeah, that
It
gets.
was a little spicy.
One time you talking about changing up and not really knowing what you were getting when you talking about the mayonnaise.
What'd you get?
One time I was at it was called the Mad Hungarian in Corona, California. I was like 5th grade, and it was roast beef, right? Roast beef sandwiches. I take my roast beef over, and they have this little bar, I guess, to put, add stuff to it. I see mayonnaise. I slather it up with mayonnaise, put it together, take a big old hunkin' bite of it. Guess what? It wasn't mayonnaise.
What was it, Brad?
horseradish.
Ooh.
So, okay, we'll get back to the fair in just a second.
And as a
Promise.
kid, woo!
I'll make this one quick. The worst one I had, I was at Waffle House with my ex-wife and ordered hash browns.
You a Waffle
She
House
did.
girl?
I don't like IHOP. I had
Okay.
a bad
Waffle House is
experience.
better.
I had a bad experience. I'm kind of a nice coffee connoisseur.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Kind of
it was
Blue Truck your favorite?
Dunkin'.
Okay.
That's the best.
But Blue Truck, highly recommend
Yes.
a brown sugar latte with cold foam and oat
Okay.
milk.
Okay. Solid. I like
But
it.
we were on our way back from National Convention this year.
Okay.
And we sat down. We were going to have breakfast. It was going to be great. Well, I was like, oh, coffee. Like, I need a little bit of, like, caffeine. We're about to have, like, an 8-hour, like, bus ride.
Right.
Well, I was like, okay, I'll just do, like, the vanilla cold brew. Because espresso can sometimes be a little powerful. She brings it to me, sweet girl. And I taste it, and I was like, oh. Like, I can still taste it in my mouth. It didn't even taste like coffee. It tasted like black, like tar. Like, it was, like, I don't
Sounds
know.
great.
Like, I don't know how to explain. It was so bad. And I'm, like, not the person to be like, hey, like, this is not good. Like,
Right.
can I have something different? Because because then I feel bad because it's an inconvenience. But,
Sure.
like, that, like, I couldn't sit there and drink that. It was bad.
So did you send it? Did you get a different one?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Was the second one better?
No, I got apple juice.
Oh, good. Which was better.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Did that taste like apple
Definitely,
juice?
definitely
Yeah,
better.
that tastes
Okay.
like apple juice.
So we're at Waffle House, and my ex-wife orders hash browns covered in gravy. Come out, and she looks. She's like, "This doesn't look like gravy." I'm like, "It's gravy." She takes a bite. It's not gravy. It was pancake batter.
Whoops.
It was the lady's first day there. And the poor lady, she comes back and we tell her.
They
and
should
she's
label
like-
that.
She's like crying and she's like, I'm so sorry. Like, it's fine. Please just fix it.
It probably was
bring
late.
us-
It was probably like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
what sane person goes to Waffle House in the middle of the day?
I was going to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arkansas people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, yeah, it was
It's their Cheesecake Factory.
Yes. I have definitely been to Waffle House more times than Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake Factory is good though.
Oh, solid.
Their avocado tacos.
I'm not an avocado fan.
I had
I'm a taco fan though.
I think I had street tacos last time I was there, and we went up there for
Yeah, you went there recently and
something.
You,
I don't even know why.
Tomato basil pasta.
Was it pretty solid?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and their cheesecake, of course.
Oreo. You have to get Oreo.
Yeah. So, what is your what's the most challenging part of being in the fair?
Probably waking up early and going to bed late.
Okay.
That is challenging.
And it's a week long. I mean, it's and especially because of again, and that's not bad, but because of your mom and dad's involvement in the fair, that means you're there every day. It's not just the days that you have to be there when you're showing. You're there every day, long week, but a fun week.
What you've been around it a long time. What's your favorite fair memory? What's your favorite memory of the fair?
Probably one of the most distinct memories was when I was younger. I would probably say like kindergarten or maybe younger. I was with my brothers, and him and his friends, or them and their friends, put me in a trash can. That's, yeah. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's a great.
How long were you in the trash can?
Oh, a while. Then I got myself out, and then another time, one of my friends that showed, he stuck his hand in a porta potty.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whoops.
On purpose?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's fun.
Yeah. Those
Better
are-
him than you.
Yeah, those are two really distinct memories. But then always the infamous water fight, the day of the sale.
Okay, I have a quick question, and I'm not going to ask the young man's name, even though if you wanted to reveal it, it would be
I
fine.
probably won't.
How much money was involved in him
No.
doing? No, oh,
It was
wow.
like truth or dare.
Oh, okay.
we just got bored.
If he was like Double Dog Dare,
Okay.
Yeah.
makes sense.
So
Yeah, you got to do it.
here's maybe the next question: is he still your friend?
I would talk to him. Yeah.
Okay,
I don't talk
okay.
to him like on a
I was
daily
gonna say-
basis, but like
Did you shake his hand
I
after?
was going to say,
Oh, no.
do you call him smelly right hand or anything?
No.
We will be right back here with more fun right after this commercial break.
Tailgate TV is thrilled to partner with O3 Customs, the official hat sponsor of Tailgate TV Sports and Outdoors. But they do more than just hats. They do all kinds of custom engravings, including tumblers and any other needs. Your one-stop shop for engraving, O3 Customs out of Adrian.
All right, we are back with Miss Mallory Taylor, Queen Mallory Taylor.
Queen.
And I think Brad has a question queued up and ready to go.
Probably. So, again, we've talked about how long you've been at the
Long time.
and we only because you started so young. I mean, you're still young. So, I mean, when I said that, I was like, it makes it sound like she's 30 years old or something. But as
30's not old.
it's old, it is old. As a young person, obviously you've been to the Bates County Fair a ton. You've also been to the state fair, been to other fairs, I'm sure. Is there something that you would like to see Bates County maybe head toward in the future to improve what we do here?
I think one of the biggest things would probably more community involvement.
Okay.
Because
Awesome.
so my dad, he grew up at the fair, and I can't remember how he acquired it, but it was this like overhead picture from like taken like it'd probably be a plane then, but it looked like it was taken like by a drone, and the fairgrounds was completely packed. Like you would not have been able to find a parking spot. Like you probably would have had to park on the road on Nursery.
Right.
But that is like the fair doesn't look like that right now, and that's something that like I would really like love to see and have more like community come out.
And for those who haven't been out there, the new
Facilities.
yeah,
The
done a
show.
great job. That I love, and they put it in such a good spot right there because you can like take your cattle over and things like that because you have the different where the old show arena or whatever you want to call it that. Now it's kind of a staging area to come over for the sale and the show area. That's so nice. And again, big fans in there, keep it nice and cool.
And
The
another
sound system is amazing.
I've heard that.
Yes.
another thing with the new barn is it sits up higher on top of a hill, and it's a lot more open, and so you get a lot better airflow.
Absolutely.
And then the old barn, it is really, really hot because it kind of sits lower, and it comes down, like the roofing comes down over, like, so it gets pretty toasty.
You
in
miss
there.
all the breeze.
It
Yeah,
does. Well,
yeah.
I was at a show. This has probably been 10 years ago, and it was almost too hot to stay in there. It was, and again, obviously during July. So, and by the way, the fair's the week after the 4th, I
Yes.
believe. Starts. I believe that's the 8th,
I think
something
so,
like
yeah.
that, right in there. It starts on that Monday and goes through that week. So don't miss out. And it would be great to see a bunch of people out there. Absolutely.
So, you graduated school this year, high school. What are your plans in the future? What do you plan to do?
So I have taken enough college credits that I should be able to get done around with my associate's degree in business next May, or I might have to take 1 or 2 credits after that. And then after that, I'm going to go to cosmetology school.
Awesome.
And-
Nice.
Good for you. Good for you.
The hairspray comes back into play.
Yeah.
Any exactly. Any particular college you're looking at, or you just
Right, I'm just taking my classes through Crowder because that's
Okay,
where I started,
sure.
and I'm doing it online so I
Gotcha.
can work.
Yep. Yeah, that's
So-
good. It's a good plan. It's a good
Perfect.
plan. And boy, online classes has helped so many. Oh my goodness.
I'm
What a
actually taking 3 classes this summer, so
awesome. Good for you.
Any interesting ones, or all just basic?
they're kind of basic. I have a computer apps, history, and then college orientation. But last semester I had a world religions class,
Okay.
which was very interesting. I learned a lot about a lot of different religions that I had no idea.
Okay. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, those are always interesting.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a humanities, so I was like, that seems kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what can we look forward to this year at the fair? I mean, when is the fair? What's out there? What you talk about wanting more people to come. What would you tell people that are watching this? Hey, come look at this. Come check this out. This is what we have. Just kind of sell the fair.
So it is the week after the 4th of July. We start off that Monday, and that's your evaluation. I'm pretty sure the horse show's that day. And then that night there is Super Teen,
Right.
which
It's fun.
Great
is
fun.
really, it's a lot of fun. It's like the teen version of Pert Near Anything Goes.
Yep.
And so I will definitely have a team. I always have a team for that.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then Tuesday is the parade and the bash that really like kicks it off. And then Wednesday, I believe, is also the chicken kicking dinner.
Okay. Was solid.
Always good.
Always
So
good, always good. And so we brought back the junior livestock committee a couple years ago.
Good.
And so the first year that it came back, we started a new fundraiser and a little like event for the fair, and it was the dodgeball tournament.
I remember that. I was going to have a team in it. I think we
Yeah.
backed out for a softball game or something.
So that year we started it between the 2 barns, and then in the middle we switched over to the rodeo arena.
Okay.
And then last year we did it in the rodeo arena. This year we're going to cut the rodeo arena in half, have 2 courts going,
Like it.
Plan.
and we're going to add in a new division,
Oh.
the old timers division.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
And that's like,
No, not me.
and I think it's 21 and up.
Okay.
I think is what we decided. So
Well, that's way
you
too young.
guys,
Okay.
That's
I know
way
you,
too
I know,
young.
I know
Those
you
guys
guys can
are-
pull some, but I know you guys can pull some people together.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were going to say, I know you can pull some muscles out there.
No.
That's exactly what happened.
I got a jammed finger right now from softball yesterday. We get injured when we go out and play. But I will likely, you'll see a tailgate team in there likely.
Yeah.
No, but it's always a fun time. The
Great
fair
time.
is always a blast. Yeah, it's always fun. I enjoy going out there, spending the week.
Well, and I'll say, and some people may not enjoy this. To me, seeing the interaction between the people that are showing and then the animals that they're working with, that's always a fun thing to me. Because, again, you can see, and again, animals have minds of their own, obviously, but you can see the time put in by how the animal reacts and just how they, kind of communicate without saying things too much around the arena. And then watching the judges, that's fun to me, to watch them, to see and try to get in their head to go, now, what are they looking at? Why are they looking there? What is he seeing? And That's always fun to me because, again, animals, the genetics that people have really worked to get in certain animals is amazing to me, and they do a great job.
Absolutely. Now we have the part everybody's been waiting for. We have
Anticipated.
we have some fun questions for Miss Queen Mallory Taylor.
I think you have to say that on front of your name, right? You have to say that all the
I-
time now.
no.
Does your mom and dad say
No.
Do they say Queen Mallory?
No.
No,
I don't usually get called that.
You should ask them to
that?
start.
Put that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell them
Let
you
us
guys
know
said
how it
that.
goes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure your dad loved that.
Oh yeah.
How many chickens, since we love chickens, how many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
Am I supposed to go like out on a limb here?
you're
like
just supposed to. You just.
I don't
There's
know.
there's no
like
wrong answers here.
65, I guess.
That's a great answer.
That is. I was going to say like 75. So we're close. we're close.
What's the real answer
There,
though?
there's not one. Yeah.
That's
Wait.
what I told him.
I've-
I was like,
I've-
How
I
do I
don't know
win
the
then?
answer.
How do I win?
I don't know.
You just do. You always win. You're the queen.
Okay.
That's right.
Whatever you say goes.
Whatever
I
the-
thought that was like a game.
No, that's
Oh.
these are just
okay.
fun.
Okay.
Whatever the queen says is right. That's correct.
If your life had a theme song,
Ooh.
what would it be?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it should be some royalty song.
It probably
No.
should be.
Like I don't know.
We come back to that one.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
let's-
what's your
think-
favorite song right now? How about that?
My favorite song right now is probably "Country Is Cool Again" by Lainey Wilson.
Okay.
I'm a big Lainey Wilson fan.
I don't
Yeah.
know that song. I know some Lainey Wilson. I don't know that I know that one.
She's good. She's
She was at the Missouri State Fair last year,
I
wasn't
watched
she?
her.
Did you?
Yes,
How was that?
I was in the pit. Loved it. It was my
Okay.
second concert that summer of her.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of her.
Yeah.
Wow.
So how many going to this summer?
This summer I have in August and September is Zach Bryan in August,
That'll be
and then
great.
Co Wetzel in September.
Those
Okay.
are both solid
And
choices.
then I'll probably go to Warren Ziders and Wyatt Flores at
Warren
State Fair.
Ziders, well, and Warren Ziders is going to be Hot Country Nights
Mm-hmm.
in a Thursday in like next month.
And he'll be at State Fair.
I may have to check that out.
And I don't know any of these people.
Yeah, Brad's taste in music is
Really
George
good.
Strait and more George Strait. That's
Hey,
which
you
is not.
can never go wrong.
You can't, but broaden your horizons a little bit.
Maybe I don't want to. I don't
Oh.
need to.
But
If you could, go ahead. Sorry.
Lainey Wilson is becoming a member on June 7th of the Grand Ole Opry.
Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
And her and Wyona Judd are
Right.
doing a collab together for a tribute to Tom Petty.
really?
Little fun fact.
Okay.
Been to the Grand Ole Opry, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah. If you could create a holiday,
One day.
what would it be called, and how would people celebrate it?
I
Random.
don't know. Probably just another holiday to eat food with your family.
Blue Healer Day.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That'd be a
Dog
good one.
days. You celebrate
to
it
be
by
the
going.
summer.
You celebrate it by picnicking at the park and eating food with your
Yeah.
family and your dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dog
But see,
days.
We're a food family. We like cooking.
Yes. I don't know about the cooking. I like eating.
Mm-hmm.
It's you got
Both.
yeah. I like somebody to cook and then me to eat.
Yeah.
What is the last dream you remember having?
Oh, I don't really get dreams. That's how my grandpa was. He doesn't remember
I
a
don't.
dream.
I
No,
know.
me. I feel like when you nap well, you don't remember your dreams.
Well, I've heard people say that you dream every night, just most
Remember.
of
You
it
don't
you
always
don't remember.
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I do that.
Yeah. Well, it's been a blast, Miss Mallory. Do you have anything else you'd like to say or mention about the fair?
Come out to the fair. It'll be a good time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, great fun. The kids out there always, they're working hard, but it's the great thing about fairs is you're working hard, but yet you still see a smile on the kid's face. You still, and the memories, like you were talking about, all those things that.
Trash cans, porta potties.
Yeah.
I'm not going to walk
Right.
past the trash can or porta potty at the fair this year the same way.
I may never walk by them ever again without thinking about
Yeah.
those things. That's too funny.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you being on.
Yes.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you guys.
So, Tailgate TV would like to thank our sponsors for this portion of Tailgate TV. Sonic, which, again, appreciate them so much, hooking us up from the beginning, as you always say.
From the beginning. Day
03
one.
Customs, these hats, and more hats. If you need a hat, custom hat, go see
Tyler
03 Custom.
Covington.
Yeah, up there at Adrian does a great job.
Base
and
County
he'll
Deputy.
Yes, and he'll do whatever you need. Always coming out with new hats.
Always.
And so they've got some fitted hats right now. Look really good.
Well, depends on who they're on. They look good on some people.
I would say that's probably true. Mid-America Live, 03 Customs, Prepcast, Butler Chamber of Commerce, and Emmanuel Baptist Church. Thank you all so much, and we will be back with another episode of Tailgate TV.